you find something where work, don't be too quick to switch and change. It's not about proving, it's about winning. So it was not something that was just accidental. It was something that we sit down and say, okay, this is where we are going to do, this is how we are going to want to look. This is the part of the whole entire package of what RDX was. The centerpiece of everything was always RDX. So even if we had issues, centerpiece of RDX kept everything together. I didn't see any change until 2018 within our friend dynamic. I think it was 2018, 2019 when I saw changes, when I was like, whoa, really?
Will we ever see like a real reunion where, okay, we're linked, we had some time apart, now let's move forward with our catalog and put something else as a group together? What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Muscle, and this is another Two Line Music Cuts Entertainment Report podcast. And today we have a really, really, really special guest in the building. Listen, we have in the building today, we have ReniGad of RDX in the building today. What's going on, big boss?
Our father, there, man, I go and hold it on the ground, See you way.
You understand. Thank you for joining us here on the Entertainment Report podcast today.
Yeah, man, it's a pleasure, man. It's a pleasure.
Yeah,
definitely.
No, definitely. Because I know somebody like you, we've seen you with a lot of big songs tour across the world and stuff like that, but I don't really think people really know the amount of work that you put in the business. You allude to it, but today we're going to really go deep into what you've really done in the business, you understand?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, definitely, man. Let's do it.
For sure. All right. I know Waterhouse. You're a Waterhouse, you coming up in Waterhouse and stuff. What was it like for you personally growing up in Waterhouse?
Well, it varies, because it have the good and the bad. It is good because communities like those forge you into a man. So it forces you to be tough, it forces you to be real, it forces you to be have strength to go through adversity. So that way it was a great experience growing up in the community. Because it prepared me for the world, to be the man that I am today and to be the artist that I am today as well. It prepared me for the challenges that may come my way that slide off my back like water off a back, isn't it? So it's a place where it's tough. So growing up in the community was a great contributor to where I am today, both as I said, as a man and as a professional.
All right. And did you grow up with any siblings inside of the house?
Yeah, man, me have brother and sister, man. Me have a smaller sister and a bigger sister, right above me, and a smaller sister right below me. And me have bigger brothers as well. But growing up, like from about 15, 16, I was the man of the house. I basically was the man who, stand up and make sure that things get done, even as a local youth. So that taught me leadership and taught me how to know, not just lead, but know how to follow as well. Because to be a good leader, you have to take advice from everybody. So, I was somewhat, even as a local youth, I was somewhat a leader in my own way. Make sure that, my mother was safe and, do what I need to do to make sure I keep my loved ones and my surroundings safe. So it was something that strengthened me as well too, as a youth. It's someone asked me the other day and I said, how about my childhood? What was about my childhood days that I can remember? And I say, say a lot of things where a lot of kids would enjoy as childhood. I didn't have a lot of that. I didn't have a lot of that experience because I grew up really, really fast. I grew up around some real strong people. I grew up some real tough people. So they taught me how to be a man really early. So I use that to firm up in my household, but at the same time I use it now to train myself and to be a leader, which is why I became a leader of a group and so on, as we'll get into in
For sure.
later on in the interview. But that those experiences are really the experiences which make you or break you. Those are the things that say, you're a real G now, you have to do what you have to do. And me have a bad experiences, me have a things that me have to do, I'm not proud of, but at the end of the day, it make me into a man. It make me tough, it make me know for if I go through situations, it make me know for reason, it make me know if problem solve. So all of these things are qualities that that a man needs to survive in this.
Definitely. You see, the thing with it, good, bad, or indifferent, every experience anybody goes through in life brings them to the point that they are today, right now. You have to experience this, and everything else in order to become the person that you have become.
Yeah, experience build character, so you have to use sometimes themselves the world give you limes, you make lemonade, So with me, when the world give you the lime, then we'll make some lemonade, but that does the juice, so we still have to try. So we can turn the lime in a food, squeeze the lime on some chicken and make a full blown meal out like that. And just lemonade alone go out. You see me? So we use the adversities for strengthen ourselves and for build up ourselves and to build character. Sometimes people are going through life and they don't face certain things to strengthen them. And what I mean by that is like, all right, let me give an example, right? So, if you have let's say a mother who raised a son, there's a pool of water there. Her temptation would be to lift him up and bring him across the pool of water. A father's temptation would be to tell him to go around the pool of water. So those things are what balances out. Us as black people, we need that kind of balance of the strength from the father, but we need the nurturing side from the mom. And as a youth growing up, I grew up with my mother and father in the beginning of my life. And then, my father dropped out when in my teen years. But I got enough to know, what to do and what not to do. So, all of those experiences, as I say, at them time they learn the most, in your teenage years coming up, at them time they learn the most. We're going to make you into the person that you want to be, because very few people really reach their full potential in their teen years. You know what I mean? They're always extraordinary cases, but very few people reach their full potential at that time. You have to learn, you have to lose, you have to grow. And then as time progresses, the older you get and the wiser you get, to start to make better decisions, because, you're already seeing so much, I already made so much wrong moves that after a while it becomes second nature for you to just say, oh, me I gotta avoid that, me I gotta avoid that, me I gotta avoid that. And this me I go. You know what I mean? So all of them things there is just part of building character.
For sure. Even now, growing up Waterhouse now, who else did you grow up with in the neighborhood? If there was anybody that turned into either an artist, a sports star, somebody else who you grew up with, your generation in Waterhouse?
Most of my friends, them just, we grew up. I grew up in my part of Waterhouse where the pot them make, So, there's a molding shop beside my mom's yard. There's a molding shop behind my mom's yard. There's a molding shop around the road. There's a molding shop up the road. Most of my friends them in a molding, so a pot to mold. So that is a good and a bad too. But a lot of that is a trade where everybody in my little part on the gully bank they do. You know what I mean? We are used to go in the street, go do some things. God bless with a good brain. So my mother made sure that she focused on my education, and she wanted me to become something. She wanted me to rise and become something significant. And that is when I started to do music. She wasn't the biggest supporter in the beginning, obviously, because moms, when I go to high school and I come out with some subject, they must say, boy, yo, what you do? You can't go in music. But, I was determined to go in music. I went into it early, and I didn't take long before I started to get back some feedback. So that was a blessing in itself too. But my mom just, she was there throughout the stages, making sure that she keep me on the right path. I mean, like, me that man giving myself enough trouble, So as I said, we did enough things in the past where we're not proud of, you know what I mean? But, at the end of the day, you have to do what you have to do at the time, because when you're growing up in a community as that, you have to be tough. You can't be a punk, because if you be a punk, I'm gonna punk you. You understand me I say? So you have to know how to stand by your foot, but at the same time you have to know how to walk away from trouble if you can't see me. You see me?
100%. Was there ever an incident when you were in Waterhouse where you said, okay, it's either I'm choosing the streets or I'm choosing music, something that really made you know that this path that I'm heading down isn't really the right path right now?
Yeah, I mean, when as I said, when we're there as you to do some things, and we realize you run free, you do wildness, so you know really appreciate certain little, never appreciate the danger more time, because sometimes when me look back on my past, certain things when me do I never do again. You see me? So and certain space I put myself in, I mean, I never do again. So, so for instance, there was a time when I don't believe in like ghosts and them thing, but there was a time when I was in a situation where I actually see a real ghost. Like, me not believe in them something. In Jamaica we have a thing where we say you have eyes where you can see Dutty and see. We call Dutty ghosts, So we call ghosts Dutty. So in Jamaica we have a thing where say you have some people have the ability to see them. I didn't have that ability, but there was a point when, we give yourself trouble and me I come in one night and a moon shine out and I was walking in a gully and me see something come up the road and that was moving too fast to be a human being. Like the thing stand up and I look on me, I'm like, so it's like I pull up like parallel to the thing, I mean I look on the thing like a real human being, but he never have no head. Isn't it?
What?
And if it was like today, yo, see me, bro, track start. Isn't it? Yeah, but them time there's a different mindset, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So as me said, those things forge you, cause I must say we got through it. We not start out doing music and it was just all roses, and because a lot of people don't know the behind the scenes of artists and what an artist have the work that have to put in behind the scenes. They just see the glory, you see the lights, see the girls, them, the money, the car, the traveling, but they don't know that behind that there's a lot of things that goes into forge every artist you see. What you're seeing is the finished product, but there's always a starting point. So a lot of people don't see the canvas before the painting up on it. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And what was your initial attraction to music? Was it you seen somebody playing music? You seen somebody singing? What was your attraction to music in the first place?
Well, my father is a guitarist and a songwriter, really brilliant songwriter actually. But at the time when my father was writing music, like them used to sell the songs then. So our money come in write a song and them give him like 20 pounds or whatever it was. And them on the rights to the song anymore. The rights to the song goes to the producer. Mm-hmm. My father was one of those guys. And my mother is a bad singer. So I was singing in music in my family, but there was my bigger brother who is also an artist at the time, and him was the man who, because I used to write poems, yeah? So he was like, yo, bro, you can use the ability the way you have to write poems, just write the poem them and DJ them for reading. Mm-hmm. So that was the inspiration. So my first set of songs was literally poems converted into, them time I made a write song. It was poems converted into songs. I mean, just basically I spit the poem on the rhythm. You know what I mean? And I realized that I got a lot of feedback. And people was, I'm always to clash people and them something there. You know what I mean? Them time there wasn't ReniGad. I was a different artist at the time. So, maybe I'm also gunman song me that sing. Mm-hmm. That's my background. Clash song, clash people. This look a maga boy, yeah. This look a great maga boy and me have a big voice. So, people were just fascinated by it. And the one thing I think that changed my whole entire perspective was one time we were there and I beat bucket and a DJ on the corner. Mm-hmm. And a brother come out on the front page and say, yo, every day you come here and beat bucket. When you find a studio go, man, don't understand an artist. What I sound an artist and not going to studio. That's when me started to go around studio in the community called Studio Mix Studios, which is, basically at the time it was like in the enemy territory to where I live. Mm-hmm. So that was where I started to go and hone my craft.
Studio Mix. Over at Studio Mix, that's Daddy Mix, and even further, Daddy Mix is Baby Sham's uncle, if I remember right.
Yeah, man. Mm-hmm. Beckett.
Yes, definitely. So right then, when you got to Studio Mix, what was your name then?
Them time my name Trigger Famous.
Trigger Famous.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder why at that time there, right?
Well, can't go and wonder still. I think it's self-explanatory still, but yeah, that was a different life.
Yeah, definitely.
But them time, as I tell you, it was mostly gun song me that sing them time there, isn't it? So it's like just clash song, dub song where kill sound, them kind of thing. It was not the girl song, happy music that I became famous for. It was more darker music because it was a different person, a different style, a different time of my life, a different stage. Mm-hmm. So that's why I'm telling you, sometimes people don't see your transition, they don't see where you reach. They don't really know what you go through to to reach to that point
For sure.
as an artist.
For sure. And which artists were you looking up to or even emulating at that time there when you got to Studio Mix?
Bojo Banton. You have an artist named Fabulous as well. When we just started out, I sounded pretty similar to Fabulous. And Bojo Banton. I love Bojo Banton vocals. And so I tried to find a way to get my vocals in between both of them because I wanted a balance between both sounds, you know, so I went for that. Being a Man is a community hero, so obviously when we see him up on stage show, we watch him and learn a lot from Being a Man as well as a stage show. Bounty Killer was a man where he is from the neighboring community. And them time that we did, as I said, it was a different life. So we meet Bounty Killer through non-music means and we link up through that way there and link the jam and tell him say, yo, I can DJ and thing and make myself for the DJ and me DJ and them I say, everybody know you. And that was that friendship start after this, you know what I mean? So it is multiple people who have contributed because music is an invitation only work, you know. And something where you just can do on one desert or sing song and it works. You have to get somebody within the music to bring you into the music. So somebody who's been there. It can be an artist, a producer, a person who do promotion, a PR agent, a road manager, somebody who has been there has to bring you in. It's an invitation on the club. So, you know, those people gave me a lot of teaching. They didn't bring me in, but they gave me a lot of teaching so that I could arm myself for move forward, more effective as an artist.
Definitely. And even now, this crew, Xcitment crew, because this is where things start to really take form for you. When did you guys come up with this Xcitment crew and who exactly was in the crew?
Xcitment was it started out with a whole parade. It started out as Xcitment Gang. So it was literally about 9-10 man or something like that. So it was a lot of people. When we pull up in our party and every one of them own G they own them, it was a lot of people. It's like 20-30 people pull up. So a lot of artists was in it. Couple of them were really had a lot of potential to do. I think there was an artist in it called Keke Flint. He was a singer. Okay. I think he's passed now, God bless him soul. But yeah, so he was one of the ones that who really he went out there, he did some recordings before. And I wrote some songs and game at the time as well too. And there were a couple more artists in there. There were a couple good artists in the crew who had potential to do it. But when it started out, it was just a lot of us. And then people came in, people came out, swapped in, swapped out, so, you know, so on and so forth. Of course, the when it went to the later iteration of Xcitment, it became Xcitment crew, Xcitment. That's it. It's just one word. And that was me, Delomar, and another youth. And then the other youth split, and then what happened was ReniGad Delomar of Xcitment, which was the original terminology, the original name for RDX.
Because I guess everybody had X to their name at then, because at this time here, when the crew had formed, you had changed your name to ReniGad at this time here.
Yeah. I changed my name to ReniGad right there. I had a elder who came to the studio mix one day. He was big engineer over at he was one of the big engineers at Black Scorpio Studio. He was a studio crossover Jews. And so he came there one day and he must say, "Oh, your body, you know," because we go over there, go do some recording and stuff. And at that time, when we go in the studio, let me tell you, we are talking about teenager years, and I talk about probably, you know, from a little youth. So when we go over there, him see my record and then him decides him gonna come give me a link one time. Come over there, come give me a link. My bill already give them. Come over there and say, "Yo, your body, no, come over, come link at the studio." Got the studio, no, we can't go in there because there was a big gate. Can't go in there. I start with a door until the man forward, and then when I'm forward, him let me in. And went to the studio, started to do some recording, started to do intro for people and dub plate. You know, till me start with my own dub plate. You know, man come and say one dub plate, you want a one DJ. Started to work with some of the producers there. started to do a bag of song, record for PA. I don't remember none of them songs there, none of that. But I remember how the producer them name.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's so long ago. But that's the intro that starts. As I said, when I started in music and I started to do that, then at the same time when I was at Run Studio Mix, I learned how to play music. So I learned how to build rhythm. So I mean, I build rhythm at the same time and I DJ at the same time. You know, as I said, own my craft because I couldn't write before. So I just try put the whole of them together and try learn as much as possible. Because them time I'm a teenager, so obviously, you know, my brain is like sharp. Learning every step of the way. I want more to learn, and the more professional people I came around, the more I learned. So this engineer named Culturally, he was the engineer is a fat dude from up at Wembley. So I have to big him up. He's the man that literally discovered me as an artist.
Right there, because I know at one time were you guys signed to Downsound?
Yeah, that was after that was after, because we were at Downsound for a couple of years. You know, that's a very interesting story, you know. So the Downsound connection came up with one at a time, get myself in a trouble and just jump out and lock up. And then I'm a house, then I'm a yard, just all a fresh and thing, wash off with some lime and thing, isn't it? And a dude came and knocked on the gate and say, yo, I look for ReniGad, you know. You say, you on your body, you know. He must say, so I go out and I say, what I want for this? I must say, yo, you know, I want an engineer. I set up a studio, I want an engineer to come working. I say, all right, cool. No money never really depend it still. Basically just money for 9 to 5 money for basically just bring myself go up and myself back and stuff. And I say, yeah, me take it because as I said, I just come out of jail, you know. So I say, bro, I want to get myself out of that situation quick and fast. So I just grab a hand for anything to take myself from out of them bad negative energy, you know. So I grab a hand on that and go Downsound and started to learn to play the MPC. Because they had the MPC there we never did I use. So, you know, Joe, I would do some work with them and I find a rhythm on the MPC, a rhythm named Chrome Rhythm. So I go to them and say, yo, are they rhythm here? I gotta be a big rhythm, you know. They weren't interested in it at all. So we decided to lift up. And then when we decide to lift up now, you know, a situation arises where them end up call police for me and I end up go jail again. So, you know, we jump out, do what we need to do. And because it was just something frivolous, you know, it was a bad vibe and a bad energy, and jump out left that still. Move on to another stage of our career where we just get a machine, because at the time when I use for them machine, I try to save up money and buy one thing for myself. I get a thing for myself, and once I get a thing for myself, I just start building rhythm straight. So I put the artist thing on a pause and just start building rhythm straight. And the Chrome Rhythm, which had inner art, dance and keeping it jiggy. That is Cape Town we do inner art. You had Beenie Man was on the rhythm. Actually, Beenie Man was the first man voice on the rhythm. Bounty was on the rhythm.
The Vibes Cartel was on the rhythm.
Butcher Bantan, Vibes Cartel, Cecile, Vegas, Tanya Stevens,
Lazer.
Lazer, one bag of artists. It's like everybody we dip on the rhythm eventually. Yeah, I don't want to come vice on the rhythm later on. So it was a lot of people on the rhythm. So that rhythm basically blew me up in terms of a beat maker. You know, write up everything, community star and everything, and that's really where it kicked off, you know. And the irony about it is that when I was in Waterhouse, it's like as I leave Waterhouse on the side, I jump out of the community and, you know, rent a place and, you know, start off life as a man. You know what I mean? You know, in my early teen years, that's when it happened, poof, blow up, and it's a blessing, you know what I mean? And till this day, years after, I still get publishing off a Chrome Rhythm same way, because even a couple of years ago, maybe 5-6 years ago, Busy Signal sing back a song on the rhythm again called
Praise. Thanks and praise. Yep.
Yeah, Thanks and Praise. It's the same rhythm. So, and once I did that, I went and I did Do the Summer Bounce. I built that rhythm as well, look a bit after the Chrome Rhythm. Then I built it back over again and shot a got jailed upon it with Cartel and Lazer. I'm a bit of a rhythm about 6 seconds. Because people from Japan link me, I'm just, tweak it up certain way and build it, slow it down, speed it up, change the key, whatever. But I see him rhythm basically. And I want to tell you something strange now. That rhythm is also the same formula that is in Everybody Dance by RDX.
What?
Which is the second song that RDX did that blow. It's the same rhythm. I'm gonna do just change key.
Wow. So I guess you found a winning formula. Okay, this rhythm is winning. So if I just change some elements, I could continue to win with the same rhythm here.
Right. And that is something I try to teach all of my artists that are under my umbrella and under my tutelage, is that after you find something will work, don't be too quick to switch and change. It's not about proving, it's about winning. So once you win, you want to replicate the win. So just milk the win there as much as possible. And then when it reach a level now, you judge it and base it. And while you're winning and you're repeating it, you're adding something else. You don't wait for the winning for done. You add some other elements within the winning, so that you have two things winning with instead of one. You understand? Because it draw it and song draw song. So you have a song now where you release it now and 3 years later it blow. And that now start draw some other song where you do previous and draw some other song where you do now. And so you have to just, you find a winning formula, you make it. Because it's your formula.
For sure. Because even when I was listening to some early Xcitment recording, to me, you guys were almost like Studio Mix's answer to King Jammy's War 21. Because you guys had some of the similar styles where it was even, you brought it over to RDX, where there was a lot going on inside of the song, a lot of ad-libs and stuff. And it was a real youthful sound at that time there. Were you guys, were you guys like the answer to War 21? You guys were friends because you guys were very similar in style at that time there, even though you didn't perfect it yet.
No, we are from the same community, but we were never friends. I mean, I'm cool with Conley, I'm cool with Mean Dog. But we were not friends or we were not enemies. We're just two different kind of artists from the same community. And it's when we went to Jammies originally and we were there in a community through the Waterhouse there, we go to Jammies and we never really get no love like that from from some of the people that were there. But Jammies himself cool with me, at the general that big him up. John, I'm a G. So the whole family, we were cool with that, but some of the people that were there, them never really embraced we when they came there as new artists. But we still end up recording songs there and stuff like that. So it was, as we say, it's a learning, it was part of the step to get to where RDX eventually was. You know what I mean? But it's like, as an artist in Waterhouse, I forgot Jammies for proving yourself.
100%.
Yeah, I forgot to prove yourself amongst the guns them. Because when we just got Jammies in the guns there, Bounty there, and DeMarco was there, Wayne Marshall was there. So every man had gone down the place. So you had to be up there, because when you got up on a rhythm, it wasn't like going on a rhythm and you were on a single, you were going and juggling with other people. So it immediately is a competition. It's not like you alone then I race around down the track. It's like that, 7 more people there on the beat tour, you have your chop. So that was the advantage of juggling. And the thing about juggling, which a lot of people don't maybe not know, is that artists help artists because it push you to be excellent. Sure. It don't just push you to find a song on a rhythm. Just find a song on a rhythm. You have to find a song on a rhythm to outdo everybody else on a rhythm. So that's the competition push you to make better songs. Because you do a song and you say, no, so that song I got harder in mind, me can't do that song. I have to go back in a drawing board and go harder. So the juggling pushed you to be better.
100% agreed right there. So then, okay, you have the Chrome Rhythm, blew up, did amazing things. So how did you go from now Chrome Rhythm to now RDX, which is you and Delomar Xcitment? Because there was Sniper in it.
Well, the Chrome Rhythm, originally what I did is Chrome, as I said, you need somebody to introduce in music. So I used my fame as ReniGad, the beat maker, to introduce RDX. So originally what I did was, me basically squits in terms of barter, right? So me start give people rhythm for place. So a man say, I want a jump pattern. Me follow the jump pattern and say, yo, I jump, build a rhythm gear, and you give me some radio play. And that started out. And there was a youth as well who was in the street at the time. And him basically bring my introduce to everybody in terms of the street, you know. You have to big him up. Remember him name. But yeah. So he was instrumental in the conversion, because at some point during that transition, we were recording and we were transitioning from Xcitment to RDX. Once it became two people, it became RDX. And then now everything changed. Once it became RDX, you know, me lift up, go New York for a little bit. Get an inspiration. We come back in the place and say, all right, we're going to bust now. And come back with a lot of knowledge. Marketing, promotions, imagery, the writing techniques that we learned in the States. Came back and I started to apply them. And I did something very different. Made us stop right and just start feel song. So dance is literally the lyrics them for dance is my first song that will blow up and go number one with RDX. The lyrics were on a almanac back, calendar paper. So the lyrics, there were no lyrics. There were just the dances there. So I just write down them. So why they at dance? And we write down the at dance them. And then me just basically farm rhymes around it. Some of just hold the paper and people think that that are the lyrics them did there. But I said, no lyrics, I said dance. And that became the first song. That blew up. Immediately we're like, oh, okay, cool. This is pressure now, because you had to follow it up. So while the song was hot, I was looking at what was wrong with the song and how I could make it better. So dance is the first RDX number one song. But it was very fast. The rhythm did very fast. The rhythm I get up. So I'm just, all right, so here I am now. Since the rhythm I get up, I'm going to slow it down. So I'm slow it down, go back to the chrome flavor, use the same formula, build the rhythm. There was a sample which was running the place. Ooh, yes. Make that. All of this was done like in my living room, you know, at apartment 19, because the apartment that I was at was apartment 19.
And that was the name of
that started apartment.
That was 19. A label too, apartment 19.
That was my label, right? So they started that literally up my apartment, which was 19. Them time I live on Riddles Road, right? So that was apartment 9. So that started it. So the rhythm was built there, sang there. Me give one youth who was an engineer the song for mix. Me never like how it sound when I play it on a Dutty Friday. As a tester, I'm say, yo, I gotta do it myself. I had no mixing experience, I just gotta do it myself. But before me even reach everybody does. When I went to dance, when dance blew up, dance had a sampling in it called Bembe. There was an event in Jamaica called Bembe at the time. And there was a sort of selector called Bembe Squad. So one of the man them were in a Bembe Squad is Jigsy. And he did the entry for the song. But somehow, he was prevented from playing the song at Bembe. So, I link my G them now, and them connect we up with the man them were down Dutty Friday, which is in Fletcher's and some of the big up Fletcher's and straight. So, I link my G them now, the same G them I'm there on now, which is from up a Mount View. So, we connect up everything connect up, and them say, yo, go down there, so we'll bust the song. And we went down there, the song blow. And that song opened the whole of doors for it, because it was such a fresh song. It was different. It was energy. I remember that before we came out, you had, Vice Miller run the place with dancing. So we had to forward out and do something which is competitive, but not the same as what Vice Miller was doing. So we came out, we did our thing, we didn't dance. That was something that we wanted to make ourselves different from. Come out, color the ear, them, everything. We not dance. And second song came out, and we have a big up Scatter, because Scatter, link one morning for dance, for mix it for me. Me never pay him. Him just didn't hear the song, my voice the song. There was an engineer there at the time who was working with Scatter at the time. And to this day, him can't even get a voice note. Like, if me I talk to him, me send it in a message. Me not to make him get my voice. On a voice note. If him want to talk to me, me text him. You understand? Because the time the man a go around me, so I spin me, you know, bro, if it mix the song, you know. And Scatter just come in one man and I mix the song for me free of cost. So I'm have to big up Scatter Barrel for that, you know. Because I updated the first song, the advice and everything. So so as I said, you see so much people that are there that have contributed to. It's not just one person. So some money forward and make it like a one person. Sometimes I have 3, 4, 5 people. You have a big up Gary Chucks, big up CD Master. Those people were instrumental in the advent of RDX blowing up. When the other people who were at the party where the song I talk about never want to play the song.
How come? What was the issue at that point? Because remember, it's a song Jigsy's on it.
I do not know. To this day, maybe like what is like 2007 now. So it's like, yeah, that's like 2007, and we're over 15 years after. I do not know. We cannot tell you why them never want to play the song. I do not know. We can't tell you. Me don't know what was the reason, but them just decided to not play the song, and the song got Dirty Friday got bust and blew.
Because you guys,
I can't tell you.
You guys, the two places where you guys had a real stronghold was Dutty Fridaze over at Betrayal and Montego Bay. That was with Marvin and Diamond Island.
Yeah, because there was a big party down there. We used to go down there, man. We party, some of them, man, but one nice party down there. We used to go down there, go all the vibes. So it's always a love and an energy, you know, because at that time it was all about dancing, and dancers at that time were like superstars. Dancers were comparable to artists in many ways. Dancers were getting booked. People fly down to see dancers. So it was not like nowhere dancers did it so on artists. It was close. Artists and dancers were, you had artists and you had dancers, and dancers were superstars at that time. Many people don't even know that existed. But at one point, dancers were like stars, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. So when we did the dancing song, them, and you know, we did like Everybody Dance music video, and we did it at Fleshers and Square, and dancers from all boats, father. We pull up, do say, we want to be a part of this. And then we upped it even further when we did Everybody Dance. We had 400 dancers, father.
That's how many people were in there.
We did that in our school.
Yes. That was what everybody was in their hockey suit.
Flying from far. Dancers driving from Westmoreland, from Hanover, Portland, about Ochi, everywhere. Dancers because they wanted to be a part of this music video, which was Everybody Dance. Them time the RDX was like, we had the whole place, because dancing song was, as I say, was the biggest thing. And it's not like it was just a we alone. As I say, you had Vice Mail doing dance song, Ellie doing dancing song, Mataran doing dancing song, Beanie doing dancing song. So it was not, you know, it was not just a certain amount of people. It was a lot of people doing dancing song at the time. So it was just a mad energy. And as I said, bro, you had passa and you had people just, when passa ram up and thing, and people are dancing. The whole dance and move go some man. When you say everybody dance, the whole dance move go. When it's a dance boom, the whole dancer jump side, my father. So it's not like, you know, it's not like a kind of thing. Everybody was involved. Everybody had, you know, participated in the event. It wasn't just dancers that were dancing. Everybody was dancing. So it's different when, you know, but because dancehall, you can't take dance without a dance.
Never, right? Never.
So dancehall will always have a dancing element to it.
So,
but that time when those 3 songs came out, bro, it was chaos.
So the image, the songs, the hairstyle, everything was perfectly crafted. This wasn't something that you guys booked up by accident. You guys had a plan, and this is how you guys came up with it.
Yeah, it was planned. It wasn't something that, you know, it depends on blessings, you know, and luck, you know. But it was something that we charted our course and said this is what we wanted to accomplish. The look that we came out with was different because we were wearing some vests and jeans and sneakers, button-up shirt, button-downs. You know what I mean? So it was that kind of look that we came out. We had, if you notice, the first maybe 3 or 4 videos were in some colorful vests. We brought that from New York. That's New York fashion that we brought here. So we brought something different. We had color here, and them time of the year did longer. So that was the first iteration of what RDX is. So it was not something that was just accidental. It was something that we sit down and say, okay, this is where we are going to do. This is how we are going to. We want to look. This is the, all of that was part of the whole entire package of what RDX was, and from being unknowns, we had number 1 song, the first song, second one was number 1, and the third one was number 1, back to back to back. So it wasn't a situation in which, and let's say pick any artist, any random artist, when first song is number one, second song is number one, and third song is number one. So when they drop the first song, everybody look out for your second one, and that second one came and surpassed the first one. And then the third one came and surpassed the second one. That is how it kept on getting bigger because Dancers Anthem was huge. You know
globally.
what I mean? So yeah, and then we went on our first tour because of Dancers Anthem.
So all those early songs that came out, like this is like the 2012 time, were all of those singles or there were other songs on the rhythms too?
No man, they were singles, man. There were songs designed, as I Billy Riddim them design and make the song them only Riddim.
Okay, so you guys were okay. A lot of people are complaining about singles nowadays, but nah, boss, you guys were doing the singles from way back then.
Yeah, we were doing it when it was very unpopular. It was part of what we wanted to do because, quite frankly, a lot of producers didn't want vice with. You know, they invented a rivalry, and you know, because people invented a rivalry between me and Vice. There was never a rivalry between artists and Vice. We had to G them cool. You know what I mean? So there was never any rivalry at all. We're always cool. But people invented that because they want to put artists against artists and whatever. Never to depend on that, isn't it? So we just concentrate on the music aspect right, and we all learn. And a lot of big producers at the time, them go around me. Simply put, them literally go around me and don't vice me and decide say them, and then it is what it is. We just went as true and did that. As I said, when the world gave lemons, you make some lemonade. So I can build a rhythm, you know, because my basically what I did was a lot of the rhythms them that I built became rhythms, dancing rhythms. Jiggy was on Chrome. There was Summer Bounce. There was Hula Hoop. There was Singiwe. And what else again? Probably two more other dancing oriented songs. So, you know, that's where the idea came up from. So, we could do dancing because we tried everything before. I wasn't the biggest fan of dancing because I can't dance. So I was like, maybe try it then, and we tried it and it worked. Isn't it?
Even your early music visuals, they look like they were highly inspired by like a Busta Rhymes because you guys were extremely animated in your movements, the vision, everything in those videos were like, when you see it, this reminds me of Busta Rhymes, boss.
Yeah, man, definitely. I must say it was the American influence because when we were there foreign, we were in company of holy stars, and you learn from them. You listen. There was so many conversations being had that you latching in your brain and we're like, it's a big thing though. Me not gonna do that one day because that them I do. I could do that one day. Even the imaging, when we went to America the first time, and the first meeting that we had music related, the dude looked at the picture and showed the picture and be like, who are you guys? I don't know you guys. And he gave us a little idea. And me like, okay, cool. Can me take it as disrespect, because me want to tell him about him mother, isn't it? But me just hold it and say, let me hear what him mother say. You know what I mean? And then he's like, him give me examples. Him show me him show me a brother sitting beside a piano. And I'm say, what do you think of this guy? And then I say, it's a pianist. And I say, no, he can't play the piano. It's just a look that he sells you. He sells you a look. So that's where I learned the very important lesson of, which is what most artists need to understand. There's a person and there's a persona. And as an artist, you create a persona. So for instance, you will have someone with locks on their head, them judge are the most, and some of them are demon and devil. But because they have created a persona of holiness and of righteousness, people believe that. So you as an artist have to know that there's a person and there's a persona that you create for the world. That's something that you sell.
Definitely agree 100%. You were telling me, okay, before we get to tours, there's one other person I want to ask you about. Bermuda Kid. Was he like one of you guys dancers, or this is just somebody just happened to be in 2 or 3 of you guys' videos at this time here?
No, he was a dancer who was there doing his thing, but he used to be a dancer with Shelly Belly them. And he was just there doing this thing, but he was a talented dude that we identified, and we said, okay, we're gonna get this youth here. in this space in the face of the people. And we basically just throw him on two intro to the two songs and tell him what to say, and him deal with it, and that was that. He launched him into, we all got on tour of Europe with it and everything. But after a while, him make a video of a violate and a, when he was supposed to do, because there's a thing that you must not do as an artist. You must know, you must give credit where it's due, because a man's credit cannot be your own. So him be kind of go off the wrong part or whatever still. But I sometimes you have to give them a chance, make them mistake and come back. But initially, as I say, he was just there and we just take him and basically turn him in a star, make the world know him. Throw him into a big song, daggering, and he was in the videos as well. And he was everywhere with us at the time. It was like my little brother.
You just said a good thing, daggering. Did you guys invent daggering, or you guys made music that was geared towards daggering? Because if you look, at one time, you guys would see video clips, especially with Marvin, with you guys' songs in the background viral because of daggering. There was a million of these clips all over the place. So was it you guys invented daggering, or your music was geared towards daggering?
No, we did not invent daggering, man. Daggering it existed. The formula that we used at the time was, when we see something, we try to, because somebody said this to me. Let me just go off on a tangent for a second. Somebody said this to me. They said that you don't bring nothing new to music but yourself, right? So you have to know yourself in order to know what you're contributing, right? So I look at it and say, yo, I know we invent daggering. Daggering was there. Them a do it, but there was no song called daggering. So I'm like, so how them a do daggering? Them a do daggering my ass at other songs, but they never have a daggering song. They never have a song with him daggering. So I'm like, okay, cool. So go in the studio and created the daggering song on the spot. As it was literally on the spot. I built the rhythm on the spot, and this song was created at my friend's studio, Kotch, in Virginia town, and build the rhythm pan spot, vice the song pan spot, and then came back in and mix it. And the moment we done the song, you know, so the song is a hit, you know what I mean? Because you can feel it, you know it. I'm gonna say, yo, this is a banger, because this is something that most people don't even know. We did 3 dancing songs first. Everybody dance was Anthem, right? But when we started to go our road, we realized, say, the girl them like we. So I said, wait, girl them like, oh, no song for the girl them. So we did a song called Catches Morning, in the morning. And that song there dropped flat on its face. However, what that did was, it enabled us to be accepted by, even though the girl them never take the song like that, them started to see us, say, oh, them need a can do girl song to man. So that was the start of it. But the song that actually, the first girl song where RDX do, dropped flat on its face. Then we came back with daggering. And once we did daggering now, because as remember say at that time, we used to have Catches morning, like mentorship, like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, place wild out, and everybody just loose. So Catches morning laid the groundwork and became like a sacrificial lamb for the success of daggering. And then came the monster. Bend over. Yeah. And when that dropped, my father, the moment Bend Over dropped, problem.
It's because of how you DJ that part there. It sounded nice and everything. Yeah, Bend Over. Okay, yeah, cool. When you went to the in the that part there, boss.
So so that was all like, all right. Is that song there? Is these songs are have a story behind them, most of them. As you can detect from now. All right. So the Bend Over song. When Bend Over came out, there was this big controversy about daggering, And because when daggering came out, there was no controversy. It was new. But then when people started get onto it now, Bend Over came out, right? Like that. And immediately it blew up. I mean, one of the first contributors to take up that song and start running it was Liquid. He was actually one of the first. He was the first man to play RDX on the radio. He played dance first on radio, just hear the song and just say, yo, that song I got boss here. And just say, yo, give me the dub feet. And I give him the dub feet and him just play it parody the first time and him just hear it and he just blow up. So when him hear it bend over, he was one of the one we hear it and say, yo, this gone. Because at that time, me did a bill of rhythm for Goofy. AKA Mr. G. So me a bill a rhythm for him and him play the rhythm and he hear the rhythm. And I say, yo, that rhythm the body. So he must say, yo, yeah man, I have 2 songs on it, you know, and me just put it out, you know. I say, I say, yo, I have a voice on it, man. And I say, yeah, man. Say, all right, so you know, them they're all of the things that were here. In the. Well, them look something that was slangs. Yeah. They weren't dances. They were just slangs that people used to say. So, like, you know, at that time it was like a fire links used to have the in the. Yeah. So, as I say, when I say it on a timing, I'm just I say, in the. You know, I'm just I say it random. And then just me take the talk now and make it beat, put it on the beat. And then now, the bunny yap, all of them, something, there was just things that people were doing, but it's not a specific dance. It's just a man that call it out. Like him see it in a dance, all a man say something and just call it that, you know. You see you do a dance and just call it dance. Boss it. I saw the dance and it's a selector and used to name a lot of dance them at the time. So it was a slangs that's been said. And me just do it and then lay down the chorus. Because at that time the singer never forward in. So me did them lay down the whole song. Lay down the chorus. And the line that says, girl, I want to pull you in a little bit closer, was not supposed to be a filler line. It was not supposed to be in the song. Okay. Come I say, yo, may I say this now? Because I feel like I couldn't find a better line. So I say, yo, may I say this now? So, you know, Goofy say, yeah, man, make it stay with time. When the singer forward, you just very, boom, boom. But that ended up becoming the song. So, you know what I mean? It was just freestyle. Because all that, as I said, from the RDX, the advent of RDX, me just stop write song. Me just a freestyle song straight. So I just walk in the studio and sing. Me not write down nothing. You know what I mean? Just burn up a weed and drink and walk in the studio and sing. So.
Yeah. No, because again, that right there really changed the trajectory of RDX right there. That song, because you said you had the dancers, but then now from you add the girls in it, now you guys are almost like, you know, bubble to yourself right now. Yeah, okay, dancing, this is where they could compare you to the voicemail and stuff. But now you added the girls layer to it. Now we're in this bubble by ourselves right now, doing this mad hype, almost like a hybrid between soca, EDM, and dancehall type of music.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what I mean is that it was a trip to Trinidad that really inspired that segment. You know? When we went to Trinidad, we were like, yo, but bro, we're not having a song for the girl them. You know what I mean? We're in like the country where the girl them wild out. Trinidad's a different world in fact. You know what I mean? Trinidad, the girls them just egg them the business, them just hold them vibes and the business. And that carefree attitude there was like missing from dance. You know, dance like gangster thing and tough and young. But you know, when we got Trinidad, it inspired me or something like, yo, bro, I mean, we don't have this like in the broad spectrum of dancehall in terms of the gal world. I'm like, yo, bro, we have to go hard on this. And we just my contact in Trinidad at the time, when I sent him Bend Over song for the first time, I never believe in it. Him tell me say it not gonna work. When the song blew up, him see him when I link me and I tell him say, yo, you know, say I want to do a show with you.
It's the nature of the business.
It's the music. Sometimes I just believe in yourself, your father. As I said, I was my contact there. You know, I was one of my G them there. And the man say, yo, this not gonna work, you know, brother, because and I say, yo, dog, it gotta be the biggest song, you know. And bro, that song came everywhere. Bend Over song came everywhere. Bend Over song came in Africa. Bend Over song came in all about the place. America, Bend Over song made me in a VIP with some of the biggest artists, Chris Brown and you know what I mean? Some top woman in the same space with them. I Bend Over bring me in a them space. I Bend Over bring me all across the place. You know what I mean? And then now, after that, as we said, we had 2 lanes now. So I had the girl lane, I had the dancing lane. So, you know, Skip to My Low and them song that came in and I hold off. And that time, you know, I want to be a story. And man, before Bend Over, no, after Bend Over came out and we go up on the road, because we were absent from Jamaica for about a year.
Okay.
Then right way off. So like 2013, you know, already it's done for. Oh, they done for. Oh, no good. You see them done. Oh, them run out, them burn out. No, them done. From daggering done. From them band daggering them done. That them saying.
Mm-hmm.
We up on the road and come to Jamaica one time. And I play ball, scatter them and I down at them and the whole away, mad crap. I whole up away to play ball up at Queens.
Mm-hmm.
And coming one day and there was an artist there. When hear one song was a chicken gravy.
Yes.
And the artist start burn up. The man start burn a fire, my father.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, Jaja, why you burn it? I said, that dog a foo-foo song that. So that's a dog, you can't say that dog, you can't say a song a foo-foo song when people like it, brother.
Mm-hmm.
Love it. Because you might not like it, because you might do something different, but you have to allow people to like what them like. Because the same people, them where you say like foo-foo song, and then you want to like your song them too, you know. So is your song alone good?
Mm-hmm.
That's the way, Mr. Brother, instead of do that and complain and be a commentator on the sideline, go on the field. So me go on the field. And that is where my jump came about. You know what I mean? Because I literally walk out of one party and walk into the vice room. Down Virgin named Kalonji, I strong. Walking and me just literally walk out of them time there a party that keep on Kalalu. Is my Kalalu Muse. See? Walk out of this up, drive up at doing the park, walk when I stood in the morning and wake up the G and I say, yo, Kalonji, where you dealing? I find something in and I say, alright, I'm gonna do this song. I mean I tell you that song just start play in a dance hall before why not go on pan it.
Okay, so that
jump in and mash up dancehall before the chorus one. The chorus never go on pan it.
There wasn't no chorus. Yeah.
Yeah, there was no chorus. It's after like 2 weeks after the chorus actually go on. That can me just walk in the street and just do the jump, and the verses and everything. And it start play immediately because we did get the Dutty Fridaze man them same way. And them start play immediately and the song start spread where we don't know chorus. We don't know wind up. Like that was just blank.
That's crazy, boss. I mean, that's
isn't it?
But another thing that happened with Jump 2, I think this is where Craig from Voicemail was actually in the video. So this, I guess, dispelled all the rumors of RDX versus Voicemail.
Yeah. As I said, I'm a G. We've always been good friends. You know, we always had a good friendship. There was no animosity between RDX and Voicemail at any point. But people wanted to invent that. So when Craig forward on some feature, and we the feature and for them video because they had a video to our feature night. So it was all love across the board. But you know, when that song came out, it's like a lot of people tape up them out because as I said, them say from them because they banned daggering and the heart on it and they voted. One of the newspaper them voted when the song was number one. The song was number one in a Christmas. And the newspaper voted it the worst song of the year.
What?
When it was number one.
For us.
In Jamaica. Right? And the song was, as I said, was the number one song. Actually, they didn't even play the video. When they were playing it on TV, show that it's the number one song in Christmas. They didn't even play the video. They played two pussy around one another.
Yeah.
that was the video. When we actually had a video out, they didn't play the video any at all.
Because
they were, this is the worst thing ever. So some people were celebrating, bro. I said, yeah man, I'm telling you. Sorry, them band daggering now, so we can come in now. Because I remember you have some bad man in the music in my father. So when them see you are striving, they're not good. Some man attack, they're not really glad for you, you know. They're happy when them see you sinking. You understand? So if them deem it even close to sinking, them glad. So when we do so boom and them see a little, them when we went off the boil, because we went to Africa, America tour, all about the place where they do show, man. Everywhere we go, man. The man them say, all right, we don't come in on the presence of Jamaica. What we done for? Then we came back with Jump, and then everybody tipped them out. And then that was another era again. So because after we came out with Jump, then after Jump came Browd Out, after Browd Out,
it was
came
Kotch,
then Ride It, then sang back.
But this is where you guys, okay, you had all this stuff in Jamaica going on, yeah, cool and everything, but this is where you took your career as a duo to a completely different level when you linked up with Major Lazer to do Lose Yourself. This year now, most people that's in Jamaica probably wouldn't know this song, but outside of the core audience, that song there, boss, is like over 40 million views on YouTube right now. Talk to me about that song there.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you're rare, you know that Wes, that is Diplo. So him always reach out to me, you know, and he must say, Reni, you know, go and do some work. And I say, yeah, man, when I found in Jamaica, you do some work, man. And I say, okay, cool. So I'm found in Jamaica. And the same studio where we jump was recorded. We go down there and it was like, bro, me have some rhythm. I have some rhythm. So I'm send me a couple rhythm, like 5 rhythm. And I'm like, bro, me not like none of them. I was like, yo, you know like none of them? I said, no, I'm not like none of them. And then he was like, well, these are fire, man. And I said, bro, I just not feel them. And then he said, okay, no problem. No ego. He just link me back again and send me 2 more. And send me 2 more, it had a loud sample at the front. I said, take out the sample and I'm going to voice one. So when he came back to Jamaica, we went out to the studio where we do drum. Going nice studio, freestyle, magic. You know, just absolute magic. Did the video soon after that, magic. You know, big up Major Lazer, big up the whole family. And I mean, it was just a mad vibe, bro. And that opened a lot of doors for us in terms of a different market. So it's stages, you know. So it's like, Jump is the song that bring me everywhere. So when me do Jump, me go everywhere. Me see myself all Mayotte. There's a place called Mayotte, which is what like cheaper off of Africa. That's so me end up go because I Jump. But perform in one of the biggest venues in Italy. I perform in one of the biggest venues in France. I perform on Summer Jam, Rotterdam. All of that was because of Jump. Jump brought RDX to another level again. And then like bro, that song was so ingrained in cultures that everywhere. And the song was just a fun song. It was just enjoyment. I actually, how the song came about is just the kitchen, me in the kitchen, and my girlfriend at the time was in the kitchen and she have a nice booty. And I just pull up my car and I said, jump, 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 jump. And that became the chorus. You know? So, you know, me don't know if you ever watch a movie named Karate Kid.
Of course.
Watch them, my little boy say. And the man in the show say, everything is karate. And it stay with me because everything is music. Artists are storytellers. Artists are what you would call journalists, because we take what is around us and turn it into music. We speak for the people who can't talk. You know, a man might not be an artist, but he have a story. It is for us as artists to tell that story. You know what I mean?
100%.
So when we Jump, it was all about that. It was just, I was looking around and seeing what was going on. And as I said, I walk literally out of the party into the voice room. So it did freshen my mind. So all I had to do was just close my eyes and just imagine what I just say a while ago. And all of that just came out authentically and organically.
That's crazy. Did you guys learn the art of performance right away? Or this is something that you guys had to learn quickly because these songs are so big? Because remember, these songs now basically became almost bigger than the group. These songs are songs on their own, if you understand what I mean.
Performance-wise, it takes time. You learn as you go along and you criticize yourself a lot. You don't relax and say, oh, you may have it now. You assess every performance, assess every single performance. You come off a stage, this is what I did right, this is what I did wrong. I shouldn't put that song there up this up. I should have said this took a longer. I shouldn't pull up that. I shouldn't pull up that. You know what I mean? You assess. You work, you know. So don't just look at it like, oh, yo, it's a passing thing. Me not have music as a passing thing at no point. I have music as my job. So if you go one job and you work at one paint shop, you have to know paint. If you work at one mechanic shop, you have to know mechanic. So you want to do music and don't know music. You know? So that don't make sense to me. So for me in music, me want to make more music. Me want to make me curious. Me want to know how to be better at it. Me want to know how to be more skilled at it. Me want to know how to tell better stories. Me want to know how to write better. I want to know how to use my voice better as an artist. So all of these things are where you have to learn. Performance is a different craft from DJing in a studio. It's something where it's like a footballer who are a soccer player, as you can hear them would say. A footballer is a footballer, but a goalkeeper don't play the same role as a defender. A defender don't play the same role as a midfielder. A midfielder play the same role as a forward. They have different roles and they have different things that work for them. So let's say, for instance, if you're a centre half, most like centre halves are going to be tall because when a man kick the ball in a box, you have to get tall enough, you can edit out. As a forward, you don't necessarily have to be tall. It helps. You don't necessarily have to be tall, but you have to be able to have good control. You know what I mean? So it's different skill sets for different roles.
For sure.
When you're performing, it's a totally different thing from when you're in a studio. When you're in a studio, is a wall you sing to, you know. It's the imagination. I sing to a wall and you sing from your heart.
Yeah.
But when you're in front of people, I want different ball game like my father. Because you have some people I look for all eyes I saw them stay upon you know. You are the center of the spotlight you have it, and you everybody I look on. So when you do something and do your thing, them not book you for sing your song, you know, them book you for perform your song. Are two different things that. You understand what I mean? So you have to know how to voice a song than how to do it on stage and perform the song. So people don't pay you for sing your song, people pay you for perform it. They want to see you, they want you bring the song to life. So they can go on with their memory, say, yo, Mr. the man do this, or Mr. the man do that, or I hear this, or I hear that. They want to hear your sound like a record. You're supposed to sound like how you sound on that. So it's a different skill set. Still a footballer, but difference between a forward and a goalkeeper.
Makes sense. You guys did crazy tours and stuff. What are 3 shows that stuck in your mind forever? You'll never, ever forget these shows. 3 of them.
When I performed in Uganda, it made me look on life different. And it's not just music, not about life. Because when I'm there, I perform in Uganda, I see people as far as my eye can see father. Like, bro, I stand up and I see people starting to see for me, you know, my brother. Me hear them play my song for me in the day because the hotel was close by to the beach. So I hear them play Bend Over song for me in the day. So I say, all right, Bend Over play an idea. So I say, why don't I play the song? They're not going to steal out the song. Man said, no, not going to steal out. Then, bro, when I go perform, every line, me have to pull up. Literally every line like song. If I'm go first in there, me have to pull up. Second in there, third in there. Every line, me have to pull up the song. That is the most memorable experience I've had. Uganda, the 2 shows that we did one in Kampala and one in Entebbe. Those 2 shows were the most memorable shows I've ever done in my career. I think it was Super, you know. It was Reggae Jam. There was another memorable one as well. I think it was in Germany at the time. Yeah. Reggae Jam was another one. I was sick. You know, I had a cold and the cold apparently got infected. And I still had to perform. And run up on the stage and it was just mad energy. And then when I come up on the stage, music again. You see me? But
the transform.
I have to go on the stage because as an artist, people in the business of sick, business if you have a headache. I perform already with headache. I perform already with broken. Because the hand they broke.
Yeah.
You see me? Perform it broken, perform it. People in the business about themselves, they take a pill and give you money's worth. That's what you're faced with as an artist, isn't it?
Because you've become a product. You're no longer a human being. Right now, you're a product. And
this you be Superman, man. Yeah, man. I perform on stage. We have accident on stage already. And bro, me on stage already performing at Connecticut. And a big fluffy run from about 95 miles out, brother, and jump on me and do some. I'm a catchy girl, you know. And my foot go slide, so cause some dancer did up on the stage before and wait up the stage. So my foot go slide, all I'm next spasm, and I black out, you know.
What?
Yeah, man, I galaxies, man, father, man. As stars, man, I see, man. I say, no human being, man. Be a star, me, I see, I'm planning. You know me? My black out for a nice 45 seconds. You see me? I say, no, there's some step on the stage, so, you see me? I will just hold it like a G. Yeah. And then I just
play it out.
Revive myself.
Act like it was part of the act.
Get back to work, see me. And then I went forward up, I see people say, oh, you did all right? I say, yeah, but my spasm, man, my next spasm out, man. You see me?
Oh.
So, as an artist, you just have to do what you have to do same way. Because I work hard and people then pay them money for come see your work.
You understand. All of this wonderful stuff is happening for the group. You guys, you and Delomar were linking from you guys were children coming up and teenagers and stuff. Did the attitude towards each other or even in the group start to change a bit in these times here now?
No, sir. No, them time all was well, man. We never have no issues at this time. We have man-on-man conversation and man-on-man argument and disagreement, but nothing serious to mess with the centerpiece of RDX. There was no animosity or anything like that. It was all smooth sailing because money and make everybody all right and Ray. It was after that that I discovered that things were not as they seem.
Was there like a incident in particular, or this was just a build up over time that just said, you know what, let's just take our time right now?
No, it was all right. Listen, this from my perspective, me did good. I didn't see any change until 2018 within our friend dynamic. I think it was 2018, 2019 when I saw changes, when I was like, whoa, really? So after that, then so all along, because some things start come up back from way back. I'm like, bro, so it was as a situation which I look at it as, yo, it seemed like the man they have me up name art all along, I never did know. So in a real life, even after the situation go on, and I'm not getting at that too much anymore because I think everything is out there. After the situation go on, it's like me look back on it and me just look on it in a positive light. I say, bro, this youth can poison me and kill me. And me forward out of the situation without being poisoned. So it's a good thing. Could have been worse.
Because do you think that both you guys basically became a slave to the machine that you guys had created, which was this RDX? Because there's no longer ReniGad or Delomar. There's only RDX, and we're inside of this machine. Do you feel like you became a slave to this thing you guys created?
No, not a slave. I think we became masters, not slave. I think we both became masters in our craft because we started churning out so much. It seemed like routine. It was so easy for us to just go in the party and just know a hit song and just go in a studio and just make it. It was very routine. Me just go in a studio and me just say, yo, like, for instance, Bang. Bang was there and Kotch be like, Kotch is my dancer, Pink Boss, bridging that, Reggie. So it's like, he must say, yo, EJ, some hear one song. I say, which song? I sing this song, but he not sing it like it's singing a real life. I just say something. So I said to that, I say, we use it. Because that you hear in your head, I say, we use it. So I say, bang, badang, badang, brang, bang, badang, bang. You understand me? I say, so at that him say, me not really sing it, this song always sang so. Him just sing the song out, him interpret it. So I just say, God job, I say, we use it. You know what I mean? So I saw the dynamic was, it's like everybody, the ideas came from it was just me just going nice shoulder and just voice the idea, but we had, we're surrounded by music people who were, as I said, it was a machinery where everybody I eat food, everybody I make money, we have travel. We have three, four road manager where, this we do 2 show with this man upon a weekend and then him fly gone back home and the next man flying back and all of you to get opportunity for go out in the world go travel. You know what I mean? We had a road manager named Earl Showback. We had a road manager named Rifleman. We have, we have people who were Black Sheep was there. You know what I mean? There was so much people that was, the machine was there. So we didn't become slaves of it. We became masters of the craft in the sense that we had so much chrome wine and them song that was like just smoke and drink going and studio sing, be a big song, be a bad song. It was easy because we were the dancehall was a place for us where we could get the ideas them from. The dancehall was not. It was similar, but it's not like what it is today. The inspiration came from the dancehall itself, the dancehall space. The dancehall space now is TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. That is where the dancehall space is now. But that time it was everybody was in a dancehall space, so the ideas came from that. And we're talking about 5 years ago, 6 years ago.
So what made you personally decide, say, okay, yeah, we have this great machine going on, everything is nice. What made you in particular decide to put a pause on it, and now I want to see what I could do out here? What was your reasoning behind that?
No, it wasn't me who put a pause on anything. I didn't put a pause on anything. RDX was progressing good. And situations happen. And we tried a stunt and it never worked. And That is that. The story is what it is. We'll go our separate ways. So it wasn't me. And the decision that was made within the context of RDX, it was made by everybody, all parties involved. So RDX at the time wasn't just the DJ and the singer who was front. We had people who were the support staff, as I said earlier on, who make sure say, everything was moving smooth. We had agents and staff. We had, as I said, bungalow road manager. We had dancers around. We had engineers around. We had, radio people around and care up on the road. Come DJ. We do go foreign and rated. So it was a lot of people. So it was not me. There was not a one decision that it was, oh yeah, man, ReniGad decides I'm going to walk off. And no, it was nothing like that. That was close. There's no decision relating to RDX that was made by ReniGad alone.
You see, one of the smartest things, even if it was by accident, that you guys did was you guys controlled all of your music that came out, especially from Apartment 19 music. Because you see that there, when you guys were trying to voice for others, producers, they weren't really voicing for you. It made you now have to voice yourself, and these turned into massive hits. So then now you have total control over your destiny. And that right there is probably one of the best things that you guys could have done for your career without even knowing it.
Well, definitely. I mean, it was when I did Chrome Rhythm, somebody tried to steal the rhythm from me, right? Meaning somebody who played on overdub. You build a rhythm and they have overdubs on it. So, for instance, an overdub is like if a melody was sing on the rhythm and somebody want a little keyboard play around it. When the overdub man them, we play some overdub, decide say, man, he want go register the rhythm, so he build the whole entire rhythm. So, he never want to register it as an overdub. You understand? Of course, we never allow that to happen, so we just get dark and step to him, madam mean. You see me? So I have to make a quick call to the UK and make him know, say, don't ramp with me. And then, I got a publisher at the time. I had a publisher from, like, before me even get my first hit.
Okay.
I had a publisher. So that kind of helped up in terms of not making people messing around with your product. You know what I mean? Because it isn't regulated like now where everything is more digitized. Them time they had actually a record.
Yeah, you guys, your songs came out on records, like on vinyl, not CDs.
Yeah. Two songs came out on record. Yeah, that was the last item of product. After that, the record printed up. So the first two songs them came out on record. After that, no more record exists again.
That's crazy to even think about that. So okay, so then RDX now, you guys split and you're doing your thing. So then now, was this when you changed your name from ReniGad to ReniGad, or you changed it earlier?
No, well, the thing is, a lot of people ask I'm ReniGad before. It's just that name that we just drop out the E and say, oh, ReniGad, because people always call me. They never bet you always call me ReniGad. I'm not calling me ReniGad, no time like that. I'm just always say ReniGad. So, he was the one that basically all the call me that, so me just say, all right, I'm gonna use this. Because when I go solo, I definitely wanted to have my own identity. Because solo is you can't go solo and be doing the same thing. Because that would have been the easy thing to do if you think about it. If I wanted to become RDX by myself, all I have to do is just go in and through that sing a bungalow girl song and hope so one of them work. But that's not the mission. The mission originally was for us to diversify the brand. That was the original mission. So I can do some songs, him can do some songs, and we're all right, And then when we're ready, we go back to on stage, we have a bigger catalog because there's some things where ReniGad can do, and there's something where him can do, and we can put them together. And we have the RDX and the middle, we have ReniGad over this, we have him over this, and we have a whole heap of more songs now, and we have a broader spectrum because RDX couldn't have I sing a song in Believe, which go on 35 charts across the globe. See?
That's you and Craig. Yep, you guys have visuals for it also.
Mm-hmm. Right, I have visuals and everything. That song is a big song. RDX could not have sung that song. You understand me? I say people would not accept it. People want RDX to sing girl song, party music. You understand me? I say? So I wanted to do some different thing. I wanted to do some more hardcore stuff. He wanted to do some more softer stuff, some more love songs and to showcase singing ability. When we did our album, Level Up album, that is what it was. If you listen to the Level Up album, you'll see songs on it where he's more vocal. It's not a RDX just singing a chorus or 8 bars. I gave him verses to sing and sing out a whole song and bridge and all of them look something nice and proper songs where you can sit down and say, oh wow, this not going to sound like an RDX. But that was the mission for that, to showcase, you know, the maturity of the artist. So there are songs on there which are 70% singing. Them never blow up. But there are songs on there that is showcasing his talent, and songs that are showcasing my talent on the album. So the decision is an extension of that album. It's not just something that was, popped up out of the blue. It was an extension of the album to say, hey, me I'll do some more song over, I'll do some more song on the hardcore side, you might do some more song on the softcore side, and then RDX the middle where we can put it together. And we can go sing a song if we want, even because sometimes as artists, people don't know this. When you sing girl song alone, if you pull up and say, yeah, they are JC barbecue, you're not gonna sing. You know what I mean? You pull up at predominantly male, you don't have no songs to sing. So we never want a limitation. We wanted the ability to have a variety of songs which can be attributed to the RDX brand, be it from ReniGad or from him or from RDX itself. So that is where we wanted to do. And so that is what happened. And when it happened, it happened in the worst way, because it happened recently, 2023, in the worst way possible. You understand? That is exactly what should have happened when we sit in and all our organized and did it. That is what it was supposed to be, where we are doing one thing and then RDX will be in the middle, keeping everything together while we diversify them. We had the Burger King already. All we wanted was a juice stand next door to sell some juice when the people them do, and we have a little car man next door where the people them can come park them can get it washed or whatever, car wash. Sorry. So that was the thing. Just diversify the brand, but it didn't play out as we wished it. It played out, but in the worst way possible.
Is this because feelings and egos got involved?
Egos, yes, of course. Ego is a tool that is needed by an artist. And sometimes you hear people talk like them feel like there's an artist who don't have no ego. Show me, because I invented it. Maybe it's an AI. But there's no artist ever in the history of artist world, or artist dumb, or artist ship, we don't have an ego. You need ego to be an artist. If you do not have an ego, you cannot be an artist. Go produce song in a dark room where you lock up by yourself, where you need no ego. Artists need ego for go stand up in front of 40,000 people, 50,000 people, when them don't know them and sing their song. That is what pushes you to be great. Your ego is what pushes you to be great as an artist. So if you show me an egoless artist, I will show you a wingless bird will fly. It don't exist. So we as artists need ego. Controlling that ego now is something. But of course, there was ego and there was differences and whatever. But we were never, there was a centerpiece in my father, what my understanding. The centerpiece of everything was always RDX. So even if we had issues, the centerpiece of RDX kept everything together. You understand what I say? So once it became a situation now in which I realized that me going out and doing my solo, him going out and doing him solo, is like it brought a different energy to my eyes, because I did not know, say, it would have been a situation like that, because we discovered it in about 2018, 2019. Once we had a conversation, and I realized that once I announced that, hey, yo, you have to start write some song now, because we were caught up in a little publishing contract and we wanted to get out of it. And I said, bro, when the contract expires, if you don't write a song, you're not getting a credit, because I used to give him writing credits for a song that he didn't write a line in. Because in my view, I said, more all we are go up together. So even though me write the song, them still give him writing, right? See, because more all we go up together. But me said to him, say, yo, bro, moving forward, like out of this contract now, moving forward, if you don't write a song, you're not getting the rights. And that is where I saw a different side. That was a catalyst.
How are you enjoying being a solo artist, as your EP says? How are you enjoying this side of artistry right now?
Bro, I'm telling you, it has its pluses and it has its minuses. But the pluses are getting any song as a solo artist, because I don't have the what's the word? I don't have the catalog of RDX to say this is what RDX is. I'm not burdened by that. As I said, RDX, we sing a mama song. named Mother's Day. Me guarantee say you never hear that song yet in your life. We sing a song named Cool and Deadly. Me guarantee say you never hear that song in your life. So we sing a song named listen to the solo album. Listen to the RDX Level Up album. I hear some song where you never hear in your life. I remember, so that is the album that about Shake Your Bam Bam.
So this is a monster album.
So what I'm trying to say is that
it's a monster album. Come remember, Shake Your Bam Bam, huge.
Yeah, Shake Your Bam Bam was a single that hit off right, but there were other songs on it. And those songs, maybe all of the songs I'm on, nobody don't know them. So there were other songs on there. There were songs that are positive music, uplifting music, love songs, reggae songs, all sorts of songs was on it. There was everything on it. We did a variety of music on it, going from hardcore dancehall to all over the. There was a bad love song on it. Sweet as a song they got blow. There was a song on it called Roll It. There's a lot of songs on that album, but if you listen to the album, you're not gonna know any songs there. Because people did not want to accept anything from RDX more than gangsta. Mm-hmm. That was just it. And when you are an artist, regardless of what, you always want to break new ground. Because even Shake Your Bam Bam in itself was new ground. It's not like, oh, you just get up and do. Shake Your Bam Bam don't sound like Kotch. You know what I mean? So you have to, these are the small things. I was explaining it yesterday to my brethren, and I said to you, say, bro, there are many things that happen that you don't know, you're not going to see. Because you're not looking at behind the scenes of the music. There are things that come behind the scenes where there are small tweaks where artists will make that the world will not see. Let me give you an example. RDX came out with colored hair. The first iteration of RDX had long braids, red. Then we came out with daggering and bend over. Trim off the ear, at least me trim off my ear, and it was still colored. The third one was coned. That is what the jump, catch and broad out and all them songs. Coned. Colored same way, no? But coned. Then we went ball up the side, full motor. That was when the Shake Your Bam Bam and Chrome Wine and Bang and all them songs. So it was the small tweak where people are going to see them. There's no RDX as some color ear, man. But it's color ear long, color ear low cut, color ear coned, color ear more arc. So there's one theme that is maintained throughout everything. But then there's tweaks that happen that you don't see unless you're paying attention. Every artist do it. Every single artist where you see exists, do it.
They tweak little things that most people outside of the realm wouldn't know.
Yes, they tweak little things. So the tweaks were there. So let's say, for instance, a Shake Your Bam Bam. Shake Your Bam Bam don't have no explicit tonight, no violence tonight, no sexually strong reference, nothing like that. No, you know what I mean? So it was a clean song comparing to, let's say, a Kotch or a Jumper. We have, we doesn't talk street. It was different. The way we pronounce the words are different. The instrumentation is different. The changes in the rhythm are different. Everything is just different. But it's a small tweak, which if you don't know, you don't know. You understand me? I said the creation of that song, when we have created the song and we look on the artist did that, it's true when we have created the song. See? Yeah. And then the dog, I'm going to tell the dog, so I sing a big song. And the man said, dog, no, brother. Music don't work, so you can't just make a song and say, I'll make a song for that. You have to know it and make people decide what they want to do. But I said, no, brother, that's why you have a big song. Because you see, we have to take the song, take a year for the song, So I said, dog, oh, that takes so long to drop that song, yeah. Music don't work like that. And I said, no, dog, that's something different. So it take time. Everything about it was just different. So, and as I said, those are that, we're not getting any final details. I'm not tell you. If I tell you say in a Shake Your Bam Bam, me use 4 snares. Me use 1 snare for this, or 1 snare for this, or 1 snare for this, or 1 snare for this. Me use 2 different kicks. You know what I mean? Those are small things where you're not going to pay attention to. Because you listen to music and I enjoy music. But there are so many things that I do as a musician now for manipulate your body into, or your mind, or to do what I want you to do at that specific time. As a musician, we will sit down and we will match that out. It's not just download something from Splice and just say, okay, yo, F sharp minor, and put everything F sharp minor together and put in 99 BPM, F sharp minor, and just put everything together and build a rhythm. And so it's more than that. When that build a rhythm, we want a specific purpose. You know what I mean? Nothing wrong, because you can build a rhythm for anything. Sure. Anything. We can do this and knock this up.
Listen, because I think
You can't believe in fact.
One of your early songs, Skip to My Lou. That song, it sounded like it was just beatboxing in the background. There was no real.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, man. I Florida with it. Miami airport, and if it was like today, that would have been like viral moment. Cause we then in an airport and like me in the plane and I mime it. I'm recording it on my iPhone. So I'm reaching at the airport now. I think we were going to Belize or one of those places. So we're laying over a little bit. And then I started to play the mime that I was miming. And then it's like we're sitting in the ear and then like a lady hear it and she's like, yo, that is so catchy. So because she hear the boom, 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 boom. Bum 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 bum. So she hear me I mime it on the phone. And they started to play it. Me turn up the speaker and then she started to snap her fingers like bum bum bum. Remember, so the original bill it or nothing. This is just me miming something on the phone when I got bill when I come back to Jamaica. So we just dead in our area and then it's like whole people just start together. And then we just bum 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 bum. And that was that, bro. Then we come back to Jamaica, we just go in the studio and we just mime it. All of we just do it. And it was a crowd of people and it was just a vibe. Even the song, when it was recording, I hear the crowd in the background and that's literally just a crowd of people. Like everybody like will just come out and say, yo, more like a crowd, come in and we'll just call in some people and we just have other people in the studio and just all of my advice. That was the same song. It was a mad energy, bro. As I say, if it was like today, it would have been like a viral moment because the older song that come about. As I say, all I sang them have a little story behind them, if in terms of the creation of them.
For sure. Because even with your solo project right now, the thing with you as an artist, one of your biggest songs, even though you've done reality, you've done gangster, you've done all type of stuff, one of your biggest songs so far is Twerk, which is back to your original roots as a artist that does girl songs. Twerk is one of your biggest songs right now.
Yeah. Twerk is by numbers my biggest song as a solo artist so far. In terms of the strings, I did a song called Sidom, which is another girl song. So it's not like, some people will paint a picture like, oh, because I decided to go solo, that means I've retired from girl song. Who tell you that? Me never tell nobody that. Me never see that nice script. Say me I can retire from singing girl song, I just said I wanted to add. The plan was to add to what is there. Not to minus, to add. So we add girl song, party music, add something else to what is there. Nothing wrong with adding. So my girl song, them still ever do girl song forever. I love them in real life, so why not go do girl song? You know what I mean? So it's a joy for me to sit down and just see girl enjoy themselves. And it not have to be sexual. It just have to be, me just love see girl enjoy themselves. I do the deeper songs as well, and like Believe, the big song, different audience, different kind of sound. I can spill my guts in that song. I can talk what inside there. So. And my ex-girlfriend used to say to me, she say, yo, you need to get some song to touch people's heart. And I was like, yo, what you mean? So that's why I did the Mama song and a couple more songs, to that, and even on the album too as well. Because we wanted to add to what RDX was, not to subtract, add to what RDX was. Have the girl song, have the party music, or add the dancing song. We wanted to add. People forget, that Buju Banton did a dancing song called Boba. Of course. People forget that Buju Banton did a gun song called Man for Dead. People forget these things. People who don't know the history of dancehall. And it's fascinating to me, not in a good way, that dancehall artists who are emerging within the last couple of years, a lot of them don't know or don't respect nobody before them. Like them think at me start. Yes, so at me, the difference between at and no at is a day. You go a bit today, don't at. And you wake up tomorrow morning atting. That is all at. So at is not something where live on nobody's yard. So you ReniGad DRDX now, I do an interview. Two days from now, ReniGad at. Me see artists with me day in the game long enough to see artists coming at the game and become non-at in a space and no time we don't even get quarter of a hit song. But they came in and become non-at in a no time. So hot is not, so you just understand that when I hear a moment, enjoy a moment, but don't try to feel like you can throw shade upon the people them that came before you. Because at the end of the day, you can't take away what they did. So me can't fall in the game and go and me not respect Bounty Killer just because them from a different era than me. I respect Beenie Man, or even respect someone before that. You know what I mean? Me see some elder where we see in the game and when we come in at the game, come see us some local youth and me see them and them, I show them the respect. See once I'm dealing with the thing respectable because some of them not dealing with youth good. But you know, we show respect to who show respect back to we are. We try to make we initiate the respect, we initiate the ear and hear and see the feedback. And if them deal with it good, then we deal with it same. Because we have to respect those we set it before we break. Okay, them never do it, we couldn't do it. So we do it, I gotta have some man forward after me. The man there, I gotta set it. I never set a man go down the road. So, but some man have the mindset where them feel like say, me have 15 number one song. How much artists have 15 number one song? You can't take that away from me. I gotta dead it. Plus, me I gotta add some more to it as ReniGad. You understand what I say? So you can't take a man's glory. A man's glory is theme glory. A man's flow is a theme flow. You can't take it from it. So you have to just know, say, yo, listen me. Even if a man not at this moment, me see artists me there already. When me hot and about on the place, and me see artists already when never act. When we go up and show with them and them acting at that party and them acting at that moment there. You understand? So don't forget, God bless him soul. Gully back they had 3 years ago. You understand what I'm saying to you? So people are forgetting this. Nobody knew who was a Valiant last year, January.
That's crazy to even think about that.
Nobody knew who he was. And now the youth run the place and they might do a good job at it too. So we have to be realistic as people and know, say, oh, don't put too much on act, because act can come and go. Put more on consistent quality. That is what you have to do as an artist. Consistent quality, because you as an artist do not decide if your song hit or not. Is the people that will accept it, that them are say, okay, you other song you're gonna be this. And
that 100%. ReniGad, I got 2 last questions before I get you out here, because again, your ability to tell the story, your animation, how you're animated, and you could just bring us into it, boss, nothing short of amazing. And what you've done, where a lot of people think, yeah, you just sing in just that and those type of things. Nah, bro. There's a lot more ReniGad does that hopefully today we were able to display so more people really understand the mind of ReniGad. You understand?
Yeah, definitely. I'm hoping for that as well, you know, because as we said, we're moving forward. We're not retired yet. We still are bringing through new talent. We're mentoring artists. We have 2 artists now. We're mentoring. One is not going to be mentioned. The other is a female artist called Seckles. So we're bringing. She have a big song in Paternity Fraud now, huge. She did a remix for Byron Messiah's Taliban's, a refix called Gallibans. That's also fire. So we're bringing through a next generation, and we have you know other people working with as well who we're bringing through to share some of our knowledge with, so that they can forward and learn from us. And as I say, I maybe have 2 ways to win, 3 ways to win. There are 10 ways out there to win. Me maybe know 3 of them. Somebody else I don't know a different 3 way. Me don't know. So it's not one way to win. You know what I mean? So, you know, I try to show some of my winning quality mentality. I try to share it with some artists. And at the same time, me still have an active career. It's not like me resign, retire. Me still have bad in my road right now where people don't even know say me. But me still have artists where people don't even know say me. I work with them because I work with them as a ghost writer. That ghost producer to be accurate. So we still putting in work same way, but at the same time we still remain active because you have to understand the dancehall space. And you know, we still have youth on our side when I reach 58 or 60 or you know what I mean, we don't reach that age yet, we're still relatively good. We have people way older than we still keeping it active. So we just have to just know that at this current stage is just another chapter that I'm taking on, and I've been enjoying the journey so far. I've been discovering a lot, and rediscovering a lot too, and learning as well. And I will tell you something enough, man. I say me, I learn nothing from a couple of them. Cause I a couple 20-year-old artists some of their own. Me learn nothing from the dog them too. So it's not like you not stop learning. You have to keep your thing buzzing. Me have a song called Riz coming up. The video is supposed to drop in a few. Bam. You know what I mean? We have a song called Boss. Bam. You know what I mean? As I said, Chrome. As I said, Twerk. Pulling up on 500,000 streams. Sit down, big streamer for last year. You know what I mean? That's featuring Kiba and Luigi Society. So we staying active. We have Survivor, which went on the UK top 10. So we're still working and we're still looking at things, and we just need to. We have one little more thing we need to do. And when that thing they get done, then people will see the fullness of what's going on. They must see the full work, because as I said, the difference between at and no at is a day. So you can do at now, and then 2 weeks from now,
welcome to the music world.
And some music stays. So some people too quick for it. Them too quick for think like, because I don't wake up in the morning and forget how to make a hit song, bro. So even now, right now, me have hit song a road and it's not me singing. You always may say to you, because we have world for talent, you have world for skill. None of them are high from the world, because you have to understand the game. Some people feel like if you do too much in the game, you're being greedy. So if someone says to me, we can songwrite, build riddim, produce, send back myself to school, to go learn how to be a proper engineer.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you, man. So yeah, me use the pandemic and send back myself to school, man. So open up another income stream down one line down this. So we're still doing, because music are we thing in my father. See? So we not just performing it, but we're trying to open the door for others as well. We now got to the door and let the door behind.
Straight. This is the big one that everybody's gonna want to know before we get out of here. RDX. Will we ever see like a real reunion where we linked, we had some time apart, now let's move forward with our catalog and put something else as a group together?
No. RDX will never exist as a group as it was in terms of performing on stage. Not like that. Getting back together, singing new material, that will never happen. It could have happened before 2023's happenings. There was always hope, because there was never a confrontation. There was just, we stay by ourselves, we not a deal. Him over one part, me over one part, and we are doing it. There was always that. But when a person come out and try literally assassinate my character and try to paint me as the worst man ever exists in the world and attack my balls, you can't attack my balls and then make a smile. You can't deal with it after that. Sorry, you can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that, my friend. So everything we could have work out, You understand? As a man, we couldn't work out thing, because man and man have disagreement. But when you mind your own business and you do your own thing, me not trouble nobody. Me not do my thing. I've heard many stones thrown. I'm gonna pick them up. Me love them, father. Because I think it's necessary. Because quite frankly, as me tell me, I have a dark past, bro. And the dog knows I have a dark past. Mm-hmm. You understand me? I said to you? So it's not like man can do things on a darker level. But we not do that. Mm-hmm. You understand me? I say? So we love it and we there do it thing, and we have disagreement. The man over left, we have a right, and we are do it thing. I'm at least. We're good. But then man walk out and kick me in my bars, bro. So you can't really look past that. So in terms of RDX singing songs together on stage, never. Not gonna happen again, ever in our life. So enjoy what is there, and if you want the RDX performance, you can book ReniGad. I'm available for bookings. It will be fulfilled by me. I just get my sort out about my work permit, my US work permit, so I'm ready for US bookings now, and ready to go. We do a few shows as RDX, ReniGad, do all of the songs them. Of course, say me sing 80% of the songs them. So 80% of the song, not of the songs. RDX is one unit, right? But 80% of the song. So you can book RDX through the regular channels. RDX .management@gmail.com, or you can book at bookings.godpeople, GAD people @gmail.com to book ReniGad if you wish, or you want the RDX concert, whichever you want to do. We're good, we're active, we're ready to go. Visa work permit up in terms of meaning it active, so we're ready for the place. So does the US bookings them start jumping already, so we go out in the street, father. Check on some of them events, and bringing the same energy. Let me just make this very, very clear. ReniGad is ReniGad RDX. I myself cannot be and has never attempted to be RDX by myself, right? RDX has always been two people. However, the brand name of RDX belongs to two people. So ReniGad perform as RDX, and if he want to do what he want to do, that is his concern. But we both own the name. So I will be performing and taking the engagements moving forward as RDX through the regular channels, which is, as I said, rdx.management@gmail.com, which is the channel that has been the original channel. Or you can contact us you can contact us at on the RDX Music on Instagram, and our agent will get back to you in relation to that. Yeah,
Definitely. I know, it's sad that things happen. At least we got that time with RDX, but at the end of the day, things happen, people move on. At least nothing was done that's not irreversible. Where one day you guys might just have a conversation where he might say, you know what, bro, sorry for disrespecting your balls. I'm really sorry about that. You know what I mean? And again, things are possible because what you guys created together, boss, and especially since you guys are in control of it.
Here's what I think a lot of people miss, because people will come and say, boy, they're gonna just talk about things and rare. It's not about the music. We were friends. We were brothers. We rode together with the whole thing. Now, I said nothing to that road as brothers. You cannot be as a man where you violate bro code. I'm not gonna get into the details of that, but who know? You can't violate bro code when we are there road as bro with the whole heap of things in the world together. You understand? There are certain things, even with after all of this, bro, I'm still hold back, because there are certain things a man is not supposed to say about another man. You understand what I'm saying to you? So, me not gonna say certain things. But as me say, it's not a situation in which it can be repaired because it pass music. You understand me? I say, if it was just music and me over here and sing one song, my verse, and him over this and sing one verse, it would have been good. Hey, RDX, hey. No. Those days, no. What it is that it surpassed that, and it came into attack on the fabric of the friendship. And that has been totally decimated. There's no fragment, there's not 1% of anything in relation to friendship on my behalf with this man at all. You know what I mean? And I say this with all seriousness. And if you notice, I'm not angry, me not bitter, me no feel no ill will, because me understand that a mankind that, and people change, and people betray people every single day of every single year of in the year of from human being upon earth.
For sure.
So I understand that. And me not see it as bitter. Me not see it as something where me gotta sit down and worry about. I think I've gotten over that a long time ago. I've gotten over, I've all of them negative vibes. I'm getting over that. Gotten over that a long time ago. From 2021. That is why I came out and I did the solo album. To basically show where I was. Twerk is a part of the solo album. Believe is a part of the solo album. Two songs that was the first two releases. Those two songs are getting visibility for me as an artist. And basically introducing me to new people that never know something existed. So we're still looking at it in a positive way. We're not, me not look on things like negative like that, bro. Me's a problem solver. So if I see a little issue, I feel like I can fix it and move on. Because sitting and talking about negative things and being bitter about stuff, it doesn't help. It will hinder your creativity. I'm a creative spirit. You know what I mean? When I fall in my studio and I have my cup and I have my pack and me roll ups them and me dead and I do. Me no want a negative energy for a black my part. Because if the energy negative, me can't do no song. So me no look on them things. Me no bitter, me no angry, me no vex, me no upset. You know what I mean? It's all just part of life and it's just transition. That's how I look at it. I look at it as that is a chapter that has been closed and another chapter has been open, and we'll move on as man. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Water under the bridge.
I could understand that. Listen, ReniGad, thank you so much for sitting down and doing this conversation. Even bigger than that, I got to big up your shirt. Canada, because you know I'm in Toronto, Canada, and you know you had to represent for me.
Born in
You know
Canada.
what I mean? Yeah, man. Because I knew, again, I'm going to tell you
the Canadian crew, man. Enough love I get from over there, you know.
Of course.
I'll big up the Canadian. They've been great supporters of my solo career, mind you. They're like my top 3 supporters. Because the Spotify rap just came out, so
Yeah.
I have to big up my Canadian fan base who are not fans as yet and are listeners of ReniGad. Thank you very much for your support. And just want to say one more thing. 2022 RDX at 6.6 million streams on Spotify. 2023 at 7.1. So instead of the streams going down, the streams are actually going up.
Yeah, no, I seen that. That was amazing.
ReniGad is RDX, but RDX is not ReniGad. It's not just one person, it's 2 people. But we both own the brand. ReniGad does ReniGad. ReniGad does RDX if needs be. And, you know, we move on. As it's just another chapter. We move on. We're not on bad vibes. We're not on bad energy. For my part, we move on. And, you know, looking forward to greater things for 2024 still, because it's going to be a different year. 2024 going to be a mad year, bro.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
With your genius brain, with your genius brain, I could definitely see this for you, because I'm telling you,
something's crazy is coming in, and it's gonna slap everything up on the chart, bro. So I'm just telling you, don't say me number one. And remember, what I want to leave with today in a muscle is that the difference between a hot artist and a non-hot artist is a day. Don't write off nobody.
Yeah.
You know, wake up in the morning and forget off make a eat. So I leave on that one. 2024, I'm looking forward. It's gonna be a mad year. 2024 is gonna be a year. And remember, say we have a arrange up. May I set it for about mid 2024 muscle.
Yeah.
We have another conversation. I'm gonna tell you, say, see it. Me tell you, say, talk me down.
I'm waiting. I'm a patient person. 6 months from now is definitely no time.
6 months from now. 6 months from now, you're gonna see what's gonna be popping. It's gonna be crazy, bro.
Leave thing there. Leave some social contacts so they could see you through your journey until we sit down 6 months from now.
ReniGad Music on Instagram. It's ReniGad Music, RENIGAD Music. Also available on all your streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple Music. We're all verified across all of those. Audio Mac as well. You can go stream some songs. Usually I put it like a new song, or a song when I drop yet. I usually put it up over Audio Mac for the people go on all the vibes to it before it actually release. So YouTube's the same thing. At ReniGad. Please do subscribe. Go over there, must something you like. And looking forward to 2024. It's been a great 2023. I have to take the opportunity to give thanks to the fans, to Father God up heaven, to the fans them who have been supportive of me from day zero on my solo journey. It's been a great experience having so much people on board, and it's getting bigger and better, and I'm really optimistic about 2024 because there are certain things that are boiling. As I said, Riz is gonna drop. I think it's gonna be on the 16th of December, so that's the music video is gonna drop as well. That's gonna be crazy. We have a couple more things I line up right now, so looking for an active December, looking for an active 2024. We're supposed to have a couple show jump out tonight, holiday season here too. Hoping to go on tour next year. We're in conversations now, so hoping to go on tour next year. Won't say where yet, but hoping to go on tour next year. So just keep up to what I'm up to, and if I'm talking garbage or I'm bullshitting y'all, just follow me on the socials and see what's popping. Oh, I'm on TikTok too now. Over there, I'm going about the arms also. Can come over there to ReniGad over TikTok. Over there, I'm going it. Me just do some things over there and all our vibes the people, isn't it?
You understand? Yeah. Over in TikTok is where you see your previous catalog, the RDX catalog, will explode on TikTok. All it takes is somebody to pick up a 10-second song and gone, And RDX music, it was almost built for TikTok way before TikTok even.
Yeah, every 3 months or so, RDX song jump off. Everybody will start working it. So,
ReniGad, thank you so much for this epic conversation. You understand?
Yeah, man, big up yourself, man. And you conduct a great interview, so we have to big you up on that,
Thank you.
You ask really deep questions, so, we have to give credit where it's due. So big up yourself to Muscle.
Thank you. Let me give you
Thanks for the opportunity.
No problem. Let me give you an outro and get you out of here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Muscle, and this has been another Two Line Music Hut's Entertainment Report podcast, and we are out.
This podcast is brought to you by www.twolinedmusichut.com.